Alright, in this section here we're going to be solving some quadratic equations and some in higher order equations. Alright, let's take a look at this one. So this would be something new here. X to the fourth minus 5x squared plus 4. And we want to find the solutions to this equation. Now this is what we're going to do. I'm going to let p equal x squared. Okay? And so p is equal to x squared. Actually, before I write that, let's do this. We have x squared. I'm going to rewrite this term here. Raised to the second power minus 5x squared plus 4 is equal to 0. So we've learned all kinds of techniques up until now how to find the solutions to a quadratic. You know, there's factoring, completing the square, and then the quadratic formula that we just used previously. Well, now what I'm going to do, since I'm going to let p equal x squared, I'm just going to substitute this x squared here in for p. Now we've got something that you've seen before. Okay? And so now I'm going to, let's see, 1. I'm just thinking here, can I factor this thing? That's what I'm looking at. Can this thing be factored? You know, I think I can factor this. Let's look at this. P minus 1 times P minus 4. Instead of having to use the quadratic equation, we're just going to factor and see if this works. P times P is P squared. You got negative 4P minus P, so it's going to be negative 5P. And then negative 1 times negative 4 is positive 4. Yeah, so that factors. Alright, so we're going to go P minus 1. You set this factor here equal to 0. So therefore P is equal to 1. And then we set this factor here equal to 0. And P is equal to 4 after solving for P. So 1 and 4 are going to be our solutions to this. Now remember, P is equal to x squared. So we've got to go back. So P is equal to x squared. So if P is 1, then we want to solve for x squared in this problem. And you know what? I'm going to write it like I've been writing it. Put the x squared over on this side, okay? You square root both sides. Remember, when we square root, we got to write plus or minus. So we end up with x is equal to plus or minus 1. Excuse me. And now we're going to look at, let me rewrite this, x squared is equal to p. Okay. So we have x squared is equal to, so we're going to look at this other one here, 4. And when we square root both sides, plus or minus, we end up with x is equal to plus or minus 2. So we end up with 4 solutions. Okay? 4 solutions. Let's look at this. We have a degree of 4, which means that we should have 4 solutions, right? And our solutions were 2, negative 2, 1, and negative 1. So this is our solution set here to our equation. And of course we can take this 2 and plug it in, alright, and check it. This side should be equal to 0. You can take negative 2, plug it in, same thing. Alright, so all these work out. Okay, so this was a technique, a new technique, and of course I'm going to work some more examples of this one. Alright.